today and take a look at the mini PC. So we got our mounting plate in case we want to put this guy into the back of a television or a monitor. We got our instructions, and it says F2 is going to be our key for getting into the BIOS if we need to get there. So here is the mini PC. Has a nice subtle look on it. We do have a bit of a texture there on the top. And it says during system boot to turn off the Wi-Fi and LAN to make it a little bit quicker. So good advice there. On the front we got our power switch, headphone jack, Type-C, and two USB-A 3.0 ports. We got our hard reset button right there. On the left side we got a memory card slot, and we got a Kensington lock. On the back we got a lot of venting. We got two HDMI ports. We got our power port. We got two USB-A ports. One's a 3.0, and we also have Ethernet. And on the right side we just got ventilation. So here we have got our cables. This is our power supply. It's a two-prong to a barrel connector. It says I can input 100 to 240 volts, so it's good for international or domestic. And that outputs 3.42 amps at 19 volts. And that also came with an HDMI cable. I'm going to start by plugging in power, HDMI, and a mouse and keyboard. So it does have a light to let us know that it is on, and it does give us the Getorli logo. It's like we're going to have Windows 11 on it. Okay, and that is ready to go right out of the box. So we'll just set that up like we would set up any Windows 11 PC. I'm going to turn off all of these, but you can turn those on if you prefer. Okay, and we are good to go. I'm going to go to taskbar settings. Some people like having all of this in the bottom here in the middle. I always like putting that to the left. So we'll go to taskbar behavior, taskbar alignment, and hit left. Unpin a couple of these. There we go, nice and clean. Looks like we do have Bluetooth built in, so that is already a part of the mini PC. If we have to connect any kind of a Bluetooth device, we can do that. And it looks like we also have Wi-Fi. Okay, so we are connected. So that means that we do not have to use the Ethernet if we don't want to. We don't have to use any physical connections that we could use through Bluetooth, so I appreciate that. Let's go to system. So you can see we have 240 gigabytes worth of storage. We have 496 megabytes for our graphic card, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and we're using an AMD Ryzen 5 3501U with Radeon Vega Mobile GFX. And if we look down here, we can see that this is Windows 11 Pro. This is not Windows 11 S mode or anything like that. This is a full version of Windows 11 Pro, so appreciate that. Let's go to settings. Since we have the internet now, we're going to do a check for updates. And we got a bunch of updates, so I'm going to go ahead and let that finish, and then we will come back to it. All right, so we are updated. Let's go ahead and do a crystal disk mark test for the hard drive. Okay, so we got a 2048 on the read and a 1297 on the write. So for the read, we're looking at about 4 times faster than an old SATA SSD and about 2.5 times faster on the write. So definitely usable. So let's go ahead and try EVE Online. Okay. And that actually plays relatively smoothly. Now I do have the settings turned way down, but the fact of the matter is you can play EVE Online on this computer. Cool. Yeah, the thing that I'm noticing most about this computer right now is it's just very snappy. Like, as soon as I hit the button, it's already loading up. For me personally, I hate waiting, so having that snappiness is very important to me. But yeah, if you want just a basic computer, you're not going to be playing AAA games on it or anything like that, but if you just need something where you can browse, have all your functionality of a PC, but in a small frame, that is an excellent option for that.